Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the spot where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains. There's only one requirement to hang out on the edge, is that you open your big brain and close your small mind. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now.
So, you never wore a wig?
No, last time I wore a wig was when I do the drag queen nights at the nightclub, and I haven't done that for over 6 years.
Well, get back into it.
I would love to, but I've got a little one.
Get you some wigs, girl. I got like about 27.
I had a whole, you should have seen my collection. It was huge. I had hair extensions, all different colors.
Oh, wow.
I had long different lengths, all different shapes, the whole lot. Yeah.
It puts you into an alter ego.
It does. It feels so good too, because they did not know what I was going to turn up with.
You didn't know what you was going to turn into, because you was going to be turned up. Yeah. It does. It creates a fantasy and illusion, and hey. But you got to get in the character. You can't just, a wig is not a hat. A wig is a personality. You got to put it on. But it's funny. So welcome so much here to the Edge, Brains. We're talking about getting our look on, okay, and changing it up. That's what we're going to do right here. We're going to change it up. Me and Rachelle Newton. They call her Shelly in the land down under. What they call you?
They call me Shelly, Shelby's, whatever.
What do you think of nicknames? Girl, somebody made the mistake.
Well, my recent one is Phoenix, because the fact that I've got a bit of a temper on me, I need to learn how to control the fire like a phoenix does. So that's now my new little pet name.
Yeah, well, that's good. And those eyes are very captivating too. Get close to the camera so they can see them. Look at that. Oh, shucky now. Is them you or contacts? So true.
No, they're real.
Oh.
They're real.
I live out here in Hollywood, girl. I don't know. You got to ask everything from a butt implant to a damn eyeballs.
Not everything on me is all natural.
Okay, so you the real deal. All right, so introduce yourself to my brains. Brain was having a little bit of fun, because life's supposed to be fun, all serious and metaphysical. We get into that, but we want to laugh first. We want to set the stage, all right, for a good environment. So tell us about you, Shelly, Shelby.
Okay. So I'm an intuitive spiritual coach. What I do is I help women find their identity, because as we know, when we become partners and mothers, we tend to lose ourselves amongst our environment. So what I do is I talk to women and I see what it is they want, what they have, and where they want to be.
Okay, so that's a tall order. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tall order.
That's like an extra large Mackie with Slurpee.
Yeah, but actually it's quite interesting, because women are beautiful, and what they want isn't a lot. And a lot of the time it just comes down to respect.
You gotta have more than respect with me. You gotta have a job. You gotta come with your own stuff outside of some drama, but it is respect. But that respect looks different to different people. Now,
absolutely.
It's like a situation, I ain't gonna name no names, but somebody I know is taking care of her man instead of him working. The roles are reversed, but everybody's happy. If you're happy and ain't no problem, why should I come here and say anything? It's role reversal. It's understanding. I've been married to Mr. Magnificent, honey, for 37 years. I could tell you some stories.
Beautiful.
Okay, but I adore the breeze that keeps him cool. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I do, but it takes work. And sometimes people want to put in the work. Sometimes it's like a drippy faucet. You need to change the washer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So what do you tell these young women? Because you're relatively young. You're a young mom. You hip, you slick. You done taught me some slang. Some Australian slang. I'm gonna use in my vernacular. Okay. And you're just a really great person. But to be an intuitive, you have to be empathic. So you take on a lot of people's stuff.
I do.
How do you cleanse yourself? How do you just get centered and just, you know, all the troubles of the world, yours, how do you get that off of you?
Oh, sometimes depending on what my day looks like, sometimes I'll just sit, you know, in my room on my own and I manifest. I decipher, I let go, but at the same time, I can actually, you know, I get in there and I go, okay, so this happened. How can I change it come tomorrow? So come tomorrow, I've got a different outlook as what I did the day before.
Okay.
And it's actually, and because for me to be completely centered when it's just me on my own, I meditate.
Okay. Because, you know, I've meditated so far. I went into a trance one time. And it ain't
lovely.
No, it wasn't shit.
I love trancing.
I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. I was like, I knew I was a Spookyville. And I hadn't taken any, you know, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I didn't take no Airwesca. I ain't smoked no weed. I ain't do nothing. And I was just tripped out. And I was in this state for, I bet you, about 3 or 4 hours. And I felt like I was going back in time, or it felt like 3 or 4 hours because, you know, time is an illusion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, and you guys know that better than anybody down in Australia. It's just a different vortex down there. So, you know, centering myself, sometimes I've got to be out in nature, listen to music. I change my musical vibe. Maybe I'll play an instrument, you know, some sort of release. Maybe I'll paint. Those kind of things kind of rejuvenate me and start my my inspiration. Speaking of inspiration, you got a son.
Tell us, I've got 2 of them.
You shut the front door, girl. I thought you only had 1 kid. You got 2 kids?
I've got 2. I've got one who'll be 18 on the 17th of this month, and I've got a 4-year-old.
Shut the front door. I didn't know you were an 18-year-old girl. What you telling him about life? What the heck is going on? This COVID, mom, is crazy. What are you telling him?
I just tell him, you know, because he has a fear of failure. And I said, how do you know if you don't try?
Right.
I said, keep going. I said, you know, none of us are perfect. And I said, look where I am today. You know, I said, that's all trial and error, you know, test and measure. I said, you can't not say, oh, I can't do it if you don't actually give it a go. So give it a go. Right. You know, just try it out. Yeah.
And the things that, you know, that jack us up, we know not to do it again. We learn something from it.
That's it. And because it's come into the age of discovery, is a little bit
boy. Oh, so in other words, is hormones is binging like a pinball machine.
yeah, yes it is. So it's like you know, this is how we do it, you know. So make sure that whatever happens, you know, you've got yourself covered. And he's like, Mum, this is so embarrassing. And I say, you should be on this end.
You know what? And you know what? But it's not like a one-time conversation because, you know, I was teaching my daughter as she grew up that sex is beautiful, but it was private, it was yours, all this kind of stuff. And that you have to be worthy of a person. You just don't thump your stuff in me like an ashtray. You know, you just don't do that.
No. And I said to him, I said to him that you'll always know a nice girl. And I said, it's the way that she holds herself, the way that she talks, the way that she moves.
Right.
And I said, and when you meet her, I said, date her. Just don't jump straight in there, you know, just date her, get a feel for it, you know. I said,
right. Take it slow. Yeah, but once you're trying to figure out how to start that unit, how to work, girl, now you know, let's get 100. You know, that's we're sexual beings, you know.
We are.
We like that. Sex can take folks from a flicker to a flame, okay? I don't know what it is. It's that sensation. It is electrifying. And folks get turned out by it. But there's people that can also live their life celibate.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh. Okay. But they do.
They do.
And
but
it's beautiful.
You know what? It's a different kind of mental orgasm that they go through. You know?
See, my partner and I, we did go through a stage like that, which we both enjoyed it immensely because it was more intimate and it was more meaningful than the actual act itself.
Right.
But then it only lasts for so long where it's like,
I know. Like, hey, you know, hey, how you doing?
that's the way it goes.
and that's good, you know. But then there's these people called sex addicts. Now, okay, now this is my thing. Pornography is huge. I mean, I get so tired of seeing that in my inbox. Okay, I done seen one. I got one. I don't want to see no more. You know,
see, I normally get spammed with the female ones, and I'm like, I'm a lady. I'm not a man.
They don't sex sales. They don't care if you're a rabbit. Well, they don't care about none of that. They don't care about none of that. They trying to sell it, girl, and introduce themselves. So the world is different because he's getting his information a different kind of way. So stay in his head, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Relationships, again, have that conversation. You know, when you're out at the restaurant, look at the kind of girls he's looking at, because you know, hoochie's cute. Now hoochie's cute. We've all been through that stage. It's a part of growing up. But if you know that you're responsible, like you said, you know, and it can change the trajectory of your entire life.
Absolutely.
So you change the entire trajectory of your life, you know, in a spiritual way. And so now you are doing this with groups. Tell me about your group coaching program.
Oh, yeah. So I'm working on a 12-week program. It's called Unleash Your Power. So it's to help women to understand where they are today, what it is that they're looking for, what is it that they actually have, and how they can become empowered within themselves to keep moving forward.
Wow. You know, but can we agree to disagree?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Do you think that women should always progress and move forward or learn to stabilize?
Oh, now that's a bit tricky because if there's I don't like seeing women settling because I don't think they get any better.
I didn't say
I know you didn't, but stabilizing is different to settling. So if there's, you know, it's completely up to them on what they're looking for to how they want to utilize it. And that's where I come into it. You know,
okay, but what gives you the gift and the insight? You know, really seriously. You know, I'm gonna come to you and say, hey, Rachelle Newton, you know, you the business girl here. Let me give you $2,500 and you know, you read my fortune. You coach me. What does that look like?
Okay, so what that looks like is I get to see you. So I get to see you. So it's not what they're saying, it's what they're not saying. It's what they're showing me, which they don't realize they're actually showing me what's actually going on inside of them. So I take a real deep look as to their eye patterns, their breathing, the way their body language is, the way they talk, and what they're saying to what they're not saying. And through that, I'll throw little questions out there. How do you see you? If something could change, what would it that you change? You know, there's little questions like that, just to get a deeper understanding as to where they're at. And then from there, we go into like a conversation, and through that conversation, I learn a lot more than me throwing questions at them.
Okay, but are they in a, you know, hypnotic state?
No.
So it's like it's kind of like a therapy session, talk therapy. You know, really, I'm just trying to make it basic for people to understand. I know when you get to it, it's gonna be deep, but when I come in there, like I said, I'm gonna say, hey, Rachelle Newton, what's happening, girl? My $2,500 fix me. So I want to know what really, you know, that's just how it works. And if it works, brains, it works. There's nothing wrong with it, because you know what works is the ability to believe.
Absolutely. And you got to believe in yourself. Yeah. And
Everything.
when you believe, yeah. And once you believe in yourself, then you can inspire people. And that's all you do. You just keep inspiring. And that's what I'm all about. Be inspired to inspire. Because I've got that much inspiration around me that I never thought for a moment that I would ever meet anyone like you or even be on a podcast like
So
this one.
sweet.
It's amazing.
You know, you are so funny, and I am honored to have you, you know,
I'm honored to be
you're
here.
sweet. You're sweet. Okay, so let's talk about Dodgy.
About who?
Is that what you call your son? Dodgy? What you call him?
Oh, Dookie. You mean the little fella?
Yeah, what you call him?
Duke.
Oh,
Little
Duke.
Dookie.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Duke.
You know, like the name when his dad was naming him, I'm like, really? And it took me a while to get used to it because he actually named him after Dukes of Hazzard, after the
Oh,
Duke boys.
that's pretty
So that's showing our age now.
Wow. Wow. No, the Dukes of Hazzard that was a cool show. That's when television was television. Now it's Slutavision. And you know, you got to pay to see women fight and cuss each other out and call themselves housewives. Is that what the housewives is doing? Okay. AB wasn't doing that. You know, Bewitched, they wasn't doing that. But this is ridiculousness. So do you think that if a man is having an affair with a woman, do you think that woman should go and scratch the other woman's eye out? Do you think she should have a conversation with her, or do you think that she should reel her man back in?
Oh.
Just on the surface, you know, if there's wrong been done, you know, and it depends on how you utilize it. What do you think?
When you know your partner, like when you know your partner knows you, you can see what's going on there. As for the other woman, you don't know what he said to her. You don't know what she said to him, so you're not too sure exactly what the relationship looks like or what it's about. In my situation, I actually put a stop to that, and I'm trying to reconcile with my partner. So that's still very raw. It's very raw.
Okay. So do you think that, you know, and I know it's raw, but extract you out the picture for a minute. Do you always think that having sex with somebody else is a deal breaker? I do.
I do.
I'll scratch your eyes out.
I'm not proud of what I've done. The thing is, though, is that as women, we are emotional beings, so we are going to.
Wait.
Well, yeah.
Men are emotional beings too. Men have emotions. They're expressed a different way.
They are.
And it's a language. It's called a love language. Okay.
Yes.
And so however you interpret it, you know, you are serving yourself in the best interest if you really kind of look at it and say, well, you know what? Maybe there's been a change. Maybe there's been a shift. Let's talk about it. Let's do all that we can, you know, but lying and cheating. And then again, if you having sex with somebody else, how you gonna come home and say, hey, Rachelle, you know, I'm squashing, you know, this bird over here.
That bird, it's like, well, you know what, you can have that bird, you know, if she really means that much to you, then by all means, you know, but don't be pulling on me.
Right.
You know, don't be taking me for a ride with you. Don't be involving me in your little charades.
Okay.
You know, that's not where I'm at.
Okay, but you might be down with it. You know, I'm serious.
No way.
You know, let me tell you something. Okay, right. But that's the real world we live in. It's polyamorous.
It is, and it's sad.
You know, and if somebody was open and honest with you, now put your big girl panties on. Take your emotion out of it for a minute, okay? Totally extract yourself from the situation and just be the ultimate freak out there, okay?
Okay.
But you know, is sex really? It's an energy. It's a charge. See, the problem is when the person gets emotionally attached, when they start sharing their feelings, and they sneaking off to text with you, and they can't control that because people are being honest about having multiple partners. I know a lot of Hollywood celebrities, girl, please. It's just really, it's a vicious cycle.
It is.
And some people have addictions to that. Some people are addicted to porn. Some people like kinky, freaky stuff. It's how you design your love. Love is not cookie cutter.
That's right.
But as long as it's mutual, some people like to get tied up.
Yeah.
So we have to really kind of evolve in our thinking. Now again, I can't even tell you, you'd have to just go and bury me if Mr. Magnificent stepped out on me. But then I think of all the years, 37 years, and we had 37 good years. Then you look at yourself as a woman and you say, am I not performing, or I'm not attractive, and all that kind of stuff. It's not about you. Sometimes it's really about the other person's wants and desires and freakiness. Yeah. But come clean with me. Let me know. Don't be taking me in the bedroom with y'all.
Absolutely.
Don't put my life at risk, because folks got the itchy BBs and the coochie wallies, and that's some nasty shit.
Very much so.
And cooties. Yeah. So anyway, that's my love and sex kind of banter. You have been so amazing. Thank you for playing along with me. Let's do this before we conclude. Let me ask you I'm gonna throw out some random words, and you tell me what pops in your mind. Okay?
Let's go for it.
This is always fun. Power.
Oh, strength.
Okay. Courage.
Confidence.
Redemption.
Forgiveness.
Pity.
I want to say self-loathing, but that's
you know what? That rang in my ear when you said that. That's strange. I was like, wow.
Yeah, self-loathing.
You think so?
Yeah, pity.
But if you offered up some pity for an individual, that wouldn't be self-loathing.
No.
I think I'd look at pity as
pity will probably be more under compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah, compassion sounds a bit better, because you've got two types of pity. You've got like a pity party, or you've got somebody who's really down.
Right.
So compassion, self-loathing. Depends on what context it's coming into.
What 3 things can you just not live without?
My kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say cheese.
Cheese? What kind of cheese?
Any kind of cheese.
Really?
Cheese and Vickies. They're good.
Cheese and who?
Cheese and Vickies.
What's Vickies?
I think you call them water crackers or or cookies.
Ritz crackers? Okay. Okay, crackers. Yeah. Okay, crackers and cheese. Yeah.
There you go, crackers and cheese.
Oh shoot. Okay. All right. And one more thing.
The beach. I need water. Yeah, anything to do with water. I've got to be close to it.
Okay. If you were an animal, Rachelle Newton, what animal would you be and why?
I'd be a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Yeah, because they're family orientated.
Yeah. You know what I'd be?
What would you be?
A party animal.
I used to be one of them, but I outgrew that.
You never outgrow it. I'm going into my senior years, honey, and I'm going out with a bang. Yeah. It gives you something to aspire to, something to grow up to. Okay. Yeah. When you pass away, go to the great beyond.
Yes.
As so many of us are going to do, it's guaranteed. Mm-hmm. You think back over your life, think about your accomplishments and your goals, your roles and your responsibilities, the choices that you've made, how you dodged a bullet, how you got hit by the train.
Yeah.
And you stand in front of the pearly gates to meet your Father in heaven.
Yeah.
What do you want him to say to you that you're most proud of? I don't want to hear your kids. Okay.
I want to hear him say, "You did good, kid. You did real good."
Okay. Yeah.
Because he teaches me something new every day, no matter how much it hurts. He teaches me.
Okay. Well, as long as you're learning the lesson, because
I learned plenty. It's just like, why is it on repeat?
And that's like me. They're gonna pull me over to the side and say, April, wait right here a minute. Let's check you off. Exactly. Well, you have just been a love. Tell my brains how to get in contact with you, to work with you, your team, your upcoming offering, what is going on. You got to come back and chat with me again. You're a blast.
I will, absolutely. So if you want to find me, I'm on www.rachellenewton.com. Through there, you'll see that I've got my coaching packages already out for one-to-one coaching. So yeah, just reach out, make a call, and get you on board.
Okay, so you reach out. She's going to embrace your brains. I'm telling you, she the business. Look at her with a little cute self. Oh, yeah, you go over here.
Yeah.
She's the best. Thank you so much for being here. Brains, I need you to handle your business. Okay? Right here on the edge. Okay, get it over your face. We got to see, you got to see your face. That's right. You got to get some face. Go in and subscribe to our pages. Like, love, share it. Share right now. Right now, as you're looking at this, share it. What is the point in a click? How much is that going to cost you? Really? But it could cost someone else the opportunity of a lifetime because they were able to hear it because you shared it. So thank you so much, Rachelle Newton. Come back, visit me. I love you. Continue to be the light and just do it, girl. Just do it, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, April. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Bye, brains.
Bye.